If we look at the research, we can clearly see there is a dose-response relationship up to a point where the more volume that we do, meaning sets per muscle per week, the more muscle we seem to be able to gain. However, you and I, are not research participants. As somebody who has studied exercise science, I can tell you that research participants have a very different experience to Matt the banker who's just trying to build some more muscle. Research participants are given a strict program, they're supervised, and there's usually somebody there making sure that they're pushing hard enough and getting close enough to failure on every single set. So when they're given a high volume program like 20 to 30 sets per muscle per week, you could be a lot more confident in the fact that they're pushing very close to, if not to failure on all of their sets. In contrast, if I gave the very same program to Matt the banker, a few things might happen. Number one, he might start to pace himself. If he knows he has a lot more sets to do, he's probably going to pull back and not be pushing quite as hard as he needs to on all of his sets. Number two, he might start missing sessions because they're just way too long to fit into his busy life, or he just doesn't want to do that many hard sets. And suddenly watching a movie becomes a lot more appealing. Number three, and this does happen, he might just give it up altogether because it just doesn't feel realistic. And there's nothing wrong with Matt. These are normal experiences for normal people living normal lives. Not everyone wants to squeeze every single drop out of the muscle building process that they can. So yes, more volume can equal more muscle mass, but there is a point of diminishing returns, and often those diminishing returns aren't worth the sacrifice for most people. If you jump from 5 sets per muscle per week to 10 sets, you'll probably see a significant increase in muscle building. But if you jump from 20 sets per muscle per week up to 25 sets, even though it's the same 5 set increase as 5 to 10, the increases in muscle building will be much, much smaller. On top of that, pushing your volume higher and higher may make it harder to recover between training sessions. It may make it a lot harder to train the intensity that you need to grow, and may increase the risk of having little aches, pains, niggles, and overuse injuries. So if you do want to increase your speed of building muscle, but you don't have time to do 25, 30 plus sets per week, my suggestion would be this. Figure out how many sets per muscle per week you're currently doing, and then increase it by just 1 to 2 sets, and run that for a couple of weeks. Then start paying very close attention to a few things. Was it easy enough to fit into your life? Were you able to push your sets to around 2 or fewer reps from failure? Were your joints feeling okay? Were you recovering well mentally and physically? And was your performance still improving? If yes, and you feel like you're still able to push it a little bit more, then you can bump it up by another 1 to 2 sets and reassess. If no, you may have already found your current upper limit. And remember, you don't have to stay at those higher volumes forever. You can cycle it back down if you want to when life gets busy, you start feeling beaten up, or you just want a bit of a break.